Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to F Square Life. F Square Life is a platform on which we discuss and share ideas that help people and community now and for better tomorrow. For yesterday has passed, and we can only correct the mistakes that were made so that we can have a good day and better tomorrow for ourselves, children, family, and at last our planet. We are independent and self-supported with no political ambitions or party interest. We can help people to tell their story. I or we do not know it all. My guest in studio is having some internet problem. So as you can see, so yes, he's back again. That's good. We're having some technical problem with the internet there. So Mr. Mohammed Konneh, I don't know how you would like for me to address you as Mr. Konneh or. Uh,
So you are addressing Mr. Konneh, or we shall
oh, okay.
is somehow
Okay,
saying
thank
I don't
you.
know, but Mr. Konneh is enough for me. It's good for me.
Okay, that's good. Thank you. You know, uh, you are welcome to F Square Life. Thank you very much for accepting my invitation or our invitations to come on F Square Life. To tell us something that we would like to know more about. Uh, we are going to talk about the school system but mainly as a student and student life, etc. Although you are not, we may say you are not the Minister of Education or you do not represent the government, but you have been you have gone through the system and you know some of the things that are taking place there. So uh, at this time, I would like to start with, you know, the interview by asking you to, introduce yourself. If someone watching and looking at you, uh, who is Mohammed Konneh? Can you, in brief, tell us who are you?
So first of all, let me start by saying apologizing to the platform for coming on late because of the bad internet issue and also some technical issue on ground in Liberia. That's the reason why I couldn't come on time. So I want to apologize for not working in the normal 3 o'clock time today.
Yeah,
Like you said, my name is Mohammed Konneh, and
yeah.
I hold a Bachelor of Science degree in chemistry. You getting me?
Wow.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
yeah. So I hold a Bachelor of Science degree in chemistry from from the United Methodist University in Liberia, and I also hold certificate from in laboratory training and also in science in climate change from the Yali Incorporated Yali Network. I'm a Yali Ambassador Peace. I'm also a global ambassador peace also. So by virtue of the fact, probably you could call me ambassador, but I don't like some of the title. At the end of the day, we just like to work. I'm also a climate change, STEM and climate change advocate, or I stand for climate justice. I'm an editor also. So I believe there's one of the things why you invited me onto a show to also explain to the public on what is going on. into our educational system, you know. So, I think that is all I have to say. But I'm a librarian. I'm a librarian from Lower County last day.
That's good. That is you gave a lot of details about yourself and the things that you have done. I'm very, very proud to hear these things that the lot of educational backgrounds that you have now. So uh, that's impressive. Uh, uh, if the school system, I also am from Lofa County and Liberian. Went through the educational system there, and there were private and public schools, or what we call private school and government schools. So, did you go to a private school or a government school?
Yes, I was supposed to go to all the entire system. I attended the government school in Lofa County, and so I came back to Morovia. That was when I in Nanville. I was supposed to attend the private school in Morovia, but when I was in Lofa, I attended the government school. I know I did off. I understand how it operates. I understand how the people work there. So we did a lot. There are a whole lot of things we did, but I attended private school. I also attended government school when I was in Lofa and also Morovia.
Yeah, I ask this question because I'm talking about standards. I'm thinking about standard. The government school and the private school, is the government school better than the private school, or the private school, or are both the same when it comes to teaching the teachers, or qualification of the teachers, the way in which they present the lesson? Is there a difference between the two schools?
Yeah. Uh, I don't want to use the word better because let me use a platform to say it's the schools that it's not the school that made you. It's yourself who made yourself. They probably went to a government school. There are a whole lot of people who went to government school that are good today in government, and there are a whole lot of people who went to private school that are good. So it's actually yourself who is your effort because there are so many of our friends who up there that went to government school, but they're better, far more better than people who attended some of the go groups around. But in terms of, it's just a matter of regulation because the fact that government is now regulating things, it means that people would like to look at schools because normally what I experienced when I was in government school, I was observed that normally government school will be packed. So if you are a student who wanted to go to government school, you and then you wanted to grab the lesson, I mean, you will not be grabbing anything because at the end of the day, sometimes you see a normal class capacity going on high, where you need only 40 students in class, but sometimes you get up to
Yeah,
90, up to 100. And it's not that the authority there they don't want to go by the standard, but because that's the only facility they have, and then they have to absorb the number of people in a particular community to go to school. Everybody have to go to school, so that's it. So normally people will say the government school is kind of a way better for them because probably is government delaying salary, but in terms of salary, they actually paying more than private. But in terms of, let's say, or somebody could say, in terms of delaying your salary is not on time. So sometimes
okay.
that I think that's where the comparison come from. Yeah, but the government school normally pay more than the private school. But I believe that they have one of the qualified teachers in Liberia because it's just about the same teachers that are teaching private school. You see some of them teaching government school. Sometimes you see a man who
Okay.
have the Bachelor of Science degree teaching government school, but then you'll be teaching private school. So I think it's about system. In terms of system,
Yeah.
you know, they don't. Yeah, the system is not in order. In terms of also sometimes government way, in terms of facility, they don't have the facility. That's some private schools are actually trying their best. I've been to private school not too long ago. I think some part of last month something. Some of them have a smart board now. So international school have they have a smart board or something like that. But some common school don't have. So it's I think the private school is doing more. They have to do more because people are paying more money there. So but in terms of grading them, in terms of system, the
Yes.
government school they don't have a system in the private school. They kind of go for
Okay.
it. I
That
think that's my
mean
option.
okay. That mean that maybe I hope you could have been the education minister. Then I was going to ask you a question, but I can't give you that question. If that is a system, that means there is a lack of certain things, the functions in the system that make
Yeah,
that.
the thing about it is that I think the government is placing people because I think you listen to the current or the current minister of education when he complain on the public schools that some
Yeah.
principals and DO, CEO don't want to go by what they say, so they will soon be retiring some of them. So I think there are a whole lot to be done. The government need to do more. And if I was an education minister, there are a whole lot. But we'll come to that. We'll come to my recommendation. I was some things about
Yeah,
some of my
that
recommendation.
is something that, as I look at it, need to be a functional system, a system that works for everyone, not only for a few. So you have been through the system and have graduated from high school and also university. So, I'm hearing something. Okay, I think that's the echo. I
Okay.
repeat, I'll hear an echo. So, uh,
Okay.
you have been in the system through the system and and gone through graduated from high school and also a university. So when you come out after graduation as a student of a government from a government school or a private school, is there some advantages or disadvantages in there? In order, I'm talking in terms of job. If you graduate from a private school, is it easier for you to get a job than when you graduate from a government
Uh,
school?
I think the system is made in a way that sometimes I mean I don't want to do it in a way that private and public school. But on the
Yeah,
overall, the issue of job issue is something that is actually on a there's no the unemployment rate is high into Liberia. So most of the time, I would not like for people to say private and public, but it's just about somebody graduating from university or high school. How frequently can they get a job? You know,
yeah,
While they can normally get job, getting job on time. But the issue here is, like I said, like you said earlier, you said I went to high school here. I went to school in Lofa, and then I left from Nairobi. I came to Morovia. I did some of I did in fact my entire high school education in Morovia here. Going to university, I attended the United Methodist University, which is one of the private schools. But I had some colleagues that were in UL, the University of Liberia, that graduated similar year that I graduated. And what I can say to you is that I graduated from university in 2019 because I did chemistry. And I can tell you for sure what makes our system part of is because we keep misplacing people. Even though I did chemistry, but I'm not to teach because I didn't do education. But
yeah,
I have to go back to the classroom because there's no I mean job. That's the only job available for people doing the natural sciences. You have to teach. But but at the end of the day, we have so many quality issues that we have to address in the country. You know, I will come to that. But to your question, the job unemployment rate is kind of high. So you found that even if the man graduated with degree in biology, he
Yeah.
just want a job. You have to for maybe probably even if he gave him banking job, he will take it. Even if he's misplaced, he will say, "I'll learn on the work." That's the kind of
Without having the qualification of the job.
that's the kind of society we live in. Uh, I don't want to be personal, but I want to say something. I visited a lab because I don't want to call any entity
Yeah,
name
I
because
know.
at the end of the
No.
day, people here. But I
Yes.
was when I graduated from university, but that was my senior year. I was writing my thesis, so I'm
Yeah.
opportune to work to a laboratory where we have I work with people who have accounting degree. I mean people who are accounting degree working in the laboratory. So I was
Hmm.
like wondering why. So the guy said to me, "My man, they put teach me on the work. I actually learn what I needed to do." It's just about once he went through the training, but he doesn't have the qualification to work there because he's not a scientist, right? So because
Yeah.
of the kind of unemployment rate in the country, he have to take the job to say he's gonna do the work. So there's something the unemployment rate kind of have people. You have young people into our community who graduate from high school. They don't even have the money to go to vocational school. So
Yeah.
I think these are some of the things government need to invest into because for me, I spent close about 7 years now teaching high school in Liberia. And I know I've been into Lofa. I went to Lofa. I spent close about 2 weeks, 3 weeks teaching high school students in Lofa, giving back to my county. So there's something that I know in the entire system, I know what is happening. Even in the educational system that we claim people are misplaced because I'm misplaced, I'm not to be teaching. So you find out I have to go for the job because that's the only work available. So I
Yeah.
went I went to this county where I saw people who just graduated from high school teaching high school. And there's something that is kind of a troublesome. There's something that the government need to look at.
It is very troublesome to hear that a high school
Yeah,
student teaching high school graduate, rather teaching high school student. That is hmm, unbelievable.
yeah,
But
and
yeah.
all, let me say something to that. And all of that, with all of that, you observe that hello,
Yeah. Hello.
one
I'm
of the
hearing you.
simple work, they're one of the simple job now that one can ever get simply in Liberia is a
Yeah.
teaching work. Everybody want to everybody want to pay school, attach on a school. At the end of the day, they just want the money, so they just want to recruit anybody. And that's one of the key area government had to focus because it's about our education, it's our children's future. If you're talking about getting one of the best medical doctors, it means you have to equip your schools. Talking about getting the
Yes.
best security sector, you have to equip your schools. And nothing we're doing about it. Nothing we're doing about it at all. But it's kind of a worrisome.
Yeah.
I went to look far. I saw people. Yeah, saw one person teaching money far subject, not far, but three subject. One person teaching
That's
three subject,
overload.
and yeah, he doesn't even have the qualification to teach. You know,
It's overloaded.
so
That means
yeah,
it all comes to the system. Check a system that works for everyone, the people, the DEO, the principal, maybe not doing their work properly. They should, the, most of the buck remains with the DEO because he or she is the representative for the Ministry of Education. It should check and make sure that they have qualified people, you know, in the classroom. But recruitment becoming a problem, so I don't know.
yeah.
That's the system.
So yeah, so that's the kind of system work. Except for your question, another thing is that except now when you want a job and then you graduate from university, probably you want a job, you have to know somebody in a particular system before you can be able to
Yeah,
get that particular work.
Yeah, a counselor
or
who
you
knows
connect
you.
with someone a political party. Yeah, you
Yeah.
connect with someone a political party, and then let's say you connect with party XYZ, and so party
Yeah.
XYZ came to power. They're gonna give you a job because you from that party, even if someone had a PhD degree.
Instead of merit, it is troublesome.
Yeah, yeah, even if someone that have a PhD degree that can better handle, I mean the that particular work, they will not be able to give that job to that particular person, except they will give it to that person. So it's something that we have to look at, and it's causing trouble for the system. Really, this is not something that I'm being political, but I've been
Yeah.
truthful
It's
because I'm a professional person, and I love
yeah.
to be straight to the point to people to tell it.
Yeah, thank you very much, for answering the question there. Also, we can I have another question here. But it seems to be that actually you have already answered the question, but I'll just give it some of your explanation. That is, what is expected of students, you know, students and parents in order for the system to work. For like we used to have the PTA, the Parent Teacher
Yeah,
Association. What are they doing? Is it functionable? Are they functionable? Are they doing something? Do they help? Do they have that system? To help the students or to help the school in order to make the DEO or to send the rifle people in there to teach their children.
yeah. So to your question, I mean, I would like to answer that question. Let me say something. They
Yeah,
It's about, like you said, making the system more stronger. And
yeah,
for we need a very robust system. The education system is a collective effort. We all, even though we shaving everything on government, but the parents too also have a role to play, and also the students, and we the teachers also have the role to play, because you can be
yeah,
saying the education system like birds, or it's a mess, this that, and then you're not doing anything about it. The government is just going all along doing, their own thing. But let me say something to that. The thing about it is that, do you know that even now I've taken notice of it since I started teaching, and since I think maybe probably after the war, if somebody probably
yeah,
on a particular watching us now want to
yeah,
disprove that, they can disprove that. But I'm an educator in the field, and I can tell
yeah,
you that, do you know that in recent time it's very difficult for students to fail? Not because they're not passing because they know they are clever, or probably they're studying, but they are passing because of a kind of on a sympathetic basis.
yeah.
So
Okay,
so
I
probably the teacher
understand.
will say, I'm yeah, okay, yeah, yeah. Probably the teacher will say, we just have to pass a particular case because the kid's parents are paying more money. So at the end of
Yeah,
the day, we have to pass him or she, so that the parent can keep paying money, from year to years. It's something that I've noticed of, and you can see people failing. I'm not praying for people to fail, but the children are actually not studying, but then they still passing. So here's what here's to a question. The answer to that particular question is, the thing about it is that the parents should also understand that though they are paying money, but the school is a and also school are though they paying money, they should also understand that the money, in order for their money to I mean to not be a wasteful spending, they should be able to
yes.
just spend it, and just press on the children to study every
To
time,
learn,
and forget about
you know,
the kind of begging to say, oh, I'm begging for my child, and even if in fail, let me find you something so you can be able to pass the person. And and what school authorities are doing now is, because they want more money, they
yeah,
because they know at the end of the day, even if they feel that child going to change the school, so
yeah.
they will
Okay.
just have to pass that child, because they're taking the school to be a business. So
Yeah,
for me, I
that
normally say to
that
people,
as corruption.
yeah, yeah. That normally say to people that school is not a business. If you decide to run a school, you should be able to you should be able to know that you are giving to humanity. You are actually giving to humanity. But school is not a business. School is a humanitarian work. If you own a school, you are giving to humanity. So you don't have to be to say my school is not bad. But all you should focus on is that my students are actually doing the right thing. They are actually selling. I mean, so I just have to do the right thing, and then even if the child is teaching in school, I don't have problem with it. But I want to do that. I want for my students to I want to pull off one of the brightest man. So to your question, the parents have a greatest role. The first thing, the parents have to let the schools to do that work. They have to let the schools to do that work. Let us start going after schools to you know talking to schools for the children to say, oh, probably because my child got rare. I beg you, I'm talking I'm talking for he or she to pass to whatever grade. Let the parents stop talking to school authority. The next thing they should start doing is they have to also stop the keep pressing on their children to stay in the home and study. You know, you go to you see a student. Right now we have a very long weekend in Liberia. Schools will open by Tuesday, so
Yeah.
on the 29th or holiday. But the children left from school yesterday, so you find out that they same from yesterday they went home. They will not open book until the
Eh,
next
eh,
morning. They're gonna get pick up the
eh,
book and come to school.
yeah,
So
it's party
it,
time.
yeah, it's
Apology.
something that yeah we have to stop the too much of play, even though we need to play. Man said I can have my playing time. Even when I was student going to school, I used to get my playing time. But I graduated off the Google grades. It was not because I had medicine, but the issue is about my timing. I was saving my timing. So parents should also be able to motivate their children. Even if a child don't want to sell it, sometimes you look at a strategic time to say, okay, I'll wake up in the morning to sell it, or I'll wake up in the night to say 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock to sell it. That child gonna get used
Yeah.
to it. As soon as they're in high school, waking up at 1, 2 o'clock, 3 to sell it. By the time they go to university, they're gonna keep on that trend. That trend's gonna keep on, and they're gonna start on that because you have to create a challenge. Even if you people are helping you along the way, passing, going to
Mm.
you get to university,
Yeah.
you graduate. When you go into
Yeah.
graduate study, maybe probably you have national scholarship to go to Europe or other area, you still meet the challenge ahead of you. So it's something that
Yeah.
the country and the country will be
That-
affected. You will
that-
have the country flair with you. You will have the Liberian flair with you. You say well, Liberian student, and the country going to
Yes.
be
Yeah,
yeah.
to stop you right
Okay.
there, thank you. Those are very, very good informations. So now it look troublesome when you see people they are coming out, they are not where we think they should be, at the level of education, and then that means they will be poorly prepared to take care of the country, positions to do things that they need to do when they come out the wrong way. So that means that the future, then we look at the future. If you put more students out that are not qualified to carry on, you know, to carry on certain functions, that means as I look at it being creating a gap wherein there will be deficiency in the functions in certain places. So then where does our hope come? Is there hope for the future if we put up more people that are not qualified? How do you look at it? I don't know what could be a take.
Obviously it will keep doing the same thing over and over for years or years. Now the year will soon be ending. We have couple of now I can say half because we have some days now to December, and we'll keep
Yeah,
doing the same thing over and over and again. We expect the same result. The same kind of result is what we're gonna get. So like you said, what is the hope for the future? We have no
yeah,
hope because the thing about it is that you will keep guiding people. There are a whole lot of standards that we need up there we need to meet up with. Whole lot of standards. and
Yeah.
whole lot of signal that we're going to get there. People will not able to do certain things. At the end of the day, we still go back to disadvantaged youth. We still be in our community, like we saw quite recently to Allah where EI officers wanted to raid ghetto into Allah. We have criminal rate up going on high because you in a country where you have people graduating from high school will not easily get a job. Even I will have a degree, I don't even have a job. Then you will just graduate from high school except somebody will know you. But but in the sense that at the end of the day you have no option but to get into bad things, to get into bad life. At the end of the day,
Oh,
there will be
which
no
is
hope.
very bad.
Yeah, there will be no hope. Yeah, so
No
is
hope.
this thing is not because it's the particular person is not your child, but this thing is something that is the reason why whenever I'm in a classroom, I like to treat the kids like my children because even though because the thing about even though they are not mine, but once you are a teacher, taking them to be your child and make constant follow, create a strategy where they as soon as they go home, they will keep thinking on you. They say, look, that man going to get our heart tomorrow again. So we have to little bit open our book to study. And it's a collective effort. It's a collective effort. But a parent will see a child fail, say, I taking my son from the school here, I carry to a different school. So saying you're in 10th grade, I'll get you down grade. And once the system works, the system will demand that particular person to do the right thing.
Yes.
Because even if you want to change your child's school, when he and she go to different school, that particular school will say, let the man repeat the same thing. And there's something that we have to work on. It's not about sympathy. The same
But
sympathy is sympathy. Yeah, you're saying something.
yeah, but the system, if the parent also, as you say, if the parent try to interrupt, you know, by help, appealing for people to help. So the same thing will just continue over and over.
Yeah, so that's the issue. That's the issue now. So there'll be no hope for future. Your question, there'll be no hope for the future. And what's gonna happen now is that we'll see so many people going to you know the crime rate gonna go high, and people you will see that people will be investors will be leaving the country. So the educational system need to the system need to be kind of straight.
The
The
need,
government need to do
as I look
something.
at the need to overhaul the
Need
entire
to do something.
system, to overhaul the entire system, to have
Yeah,
a system in place that functions and work for everyone, not only for few people. And they should take some drastic measures. I think that would be very, very good. But if we continue doing, as you said, over and over the same thing, you will not get different result. You will get the same result. Doing
the
the
same kind of result.
same thing is the same.
Yeah,
Sodium prochloride, chlorine,
yeah.
it will give the
So
same result.
yeah,
It's
same
not,
kind of result you're gonna give.
uh, it's not going to give you hydrochloric acid. You put, you
Yeah.
say, no. Um,
So
so, but you now, after going through the system, do you have a dream? What's your dream? What's the dream that actually you have? Do you want to continue studying, or do you want to further your study, eh? Or do you want to get a job? What is your dream actually?
so so the thing about is that uh um the thing about is that so the thing about is to your question, to answer your question, I'm actually dreaming of a cool kind of a straight system to Liberia. I'm dreaming about a better Liberia. That's the first thing, that our first thing that I need that Liberia. I hope that Liberia. I'm hoping and praying and also making effort too. And one day Liberia be a better country for everybody to live, as compared to other countries like in Africa, like Nigeria and Kenya, Ghana, and other things. That's the reason why I keep advocating for science technology, STEM. education into Liberia. But like you said, what's my dream in terms of individually? My initially when I was coming up in high school, my dream was to be a medical doctor. But if somebody like one of my friends was asking me how suddenly you change, it's because of the same kind of bad system. We have a you I grew up to a parents like for example my mom is getting older. I have a bachelor of science degree in chemistry. I can't go and spend another 5 years again selling at the end of the day. My parents were they're gonna they I'll almost 1 year or 2 years from now, I'm gonna be like supporting my parents. I need to
Yeah,
focus to so medical study is something that you have to focus to,
yeah, it's,
but I still want to follow my study. But my dream is to I want to invest into research. I want to invest into scientific research, and that's the reason why because I've noticed even I noticed that Liberia have a great quality issue, and that is from that is from the racial background. It will keep making more research, more consuming every day, and so we need more
yeah,
scientists into Liberia. It will keep making more research. People will not be moving to the street. I mean, car engines will not be getting damaged because they're using bad gasoline. And so
mm-hmm.
that's the reason why I'm switching to the research science. And I think I want to follow myself so I could do a master's. So right now I'm thinking of doing a master. I could do a master in petroleum. I could do a master in water engineering, any kind of research. But but on the
Yeah,
overall, I want to invest into research. And to invest into research is I have to follow my studies to be able to
yes,
specialize into a branch of chemistry because I have a degree in chemistry, and I'll be able to come back to give back to my country. So so it's something that I'm working towards every day. And once I'm on this platform, once I'm on the platform, I know there's a greater good that are going to come out of it. But but like I said to you, that my dream on all aspect Liberia is Liberia going to be a science loving country. Because look, I was supposed to come online, but even though I was kind of a late on other issue, but one of the key issue was network parent. We don't have a good
yeah,
science and technology or system into Liberia. When we have a good technological system, we not have a bad network. We not have a fake 4G. We not have a
y-
somebody will not be in Lofa, and then they can hear your national television or EFBC correctly. Maybe you're gonna be crying. All of that is based on having a better science. You
that is
invest
an
into a science
age-old
student. You not let a science
problem.
student to just go be a to just yeah be a mere teacher. I mean, it's a age old problem, but it's getting serious because we keep getting aspire goals into the market. And we see people applying the skill aspire goals. Quality issues have become one of the greatest problem. If
Yeah,
somebody enter into a store to buy a beverage and you keep seeing aspire product on the market, you know, all kind of chicken on the aspire chickens on the market. We need people, full scientists. We need people to invent some of these things to be able to check these things out. And
yes, but
so I have a great
yeah, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah we I have a better future for Liberia. And I know one day there's a dream for me I have, and I know my dream one day will come to pass because I'm an advocate of STEM. And I know
Yes,
upon myself there's something that I'm working on, even though I'm working with students in some university and high school. But something I'm working on is I hope to have a science and technology university in the Liberia. And I know even if I'm in my older age, It's something that I'm dreaming of
You
doing.
are still young, you know.
My collaboration. No, I say even though I'll be my older age now by that time, because I know it's a very kind of a bigger dream that I hope to achieve, and I'm working towards that one day like bro have a straight university or science and technology. Because the reason I believe in it so much that even in you in Europe in Norway that you know that the COVID had hit the world like bro
Yes,
almost almost second to none in terms of fighting COVID into a war because we
yes.
our research ability, our research we can't our government is not investing into research, government is not investing into sending science students to study abroad so that they can be able to come back. I mean, and help the public of the Liberian population. And so there's something I'm hoping to achieve.
That's very good. I wish you very well in to see you achieve your dream. I think some of the problem may be to connect is the connection. The appropriate people, the rightful people make a connection with the appropriate institutions and then can work in collaboration. Universities can work. The Ministry of Education has a lot to do. The government also, you know, it's it's little bit. I see
Yeah,
here. I
so
see. I don't know. There's just with a bit. Here I see students from there's Zimbabwe. There's from Kenya. There's from Ghana. There's from Malawi. They are from Zambia. They come every year. They come 2 3 years. Come for master. And after they go back. But I don't see any program search for Liberia. And some people ask, you ask, I don't know why, but it all has to do with the Ministry of Education. Yeah, but hmm.
so
So yeah,
yeah, so we have a lot to do. Even if we can work around, government can look for donors because if you send more people up there for study, you're gonna have your country going to boost. Even though people are going for study into Liberia, but it's individual. People are pre-funded. There are a whole lot of Liberians who want to give back to their country. You see people going to Cyprus, sponsoring themselves to go to Cyprus just so they can come back to Liberia and give back. And you have Liberian being stranded. People being stranded
yeah,
into
yeah.
yeah along the way. Sometimes they will come back to their country. It's something that government need to think on. Is it that we're doing the right thing? Because people, everybody kind of are running away from
But
from 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 the, from the country to go and sell it. So it's something that we have to look at as a country. We really
it
have to
comes
look
to
at it.
it comes to qualification. If people don't, if you feel that certain people are teaching and they don't have the qualification, or they are not teaching properly, it would be better to get that education outside and be well equipped than being there. But I don't know whether people are afraid also that if you, I, I'm here as a director somewhere, and maybe I only have high school certificate, and then I'm responsible to send students out. If I send them, they go and learn. When they come back, they'll be more qualified than me. Then they will take over my position. So as a result, so maybe you just step down and just forget about it and continue there. Maybe I don't know.
No, so are you saying we'll keep doing that for years or years, and then we'll not have the qualified people? So what we're gonna do now is, as a people, we should be able to. So saying you here in a scholarship, and then you know that anytime these people may come back to take over your job, I think it's brilliant enough that you also made of one of the opportunity to go and study to equip yourself
Yeah,
because yeah,
very
because
good.
you can get a high school document and be a director where somebody who is qualified for a particular position, and that we're going to be down the line. It's something that is internationally, so international best practice run. So we have
Yeah.
to look at it. We can keep doing these kind of things, and and expect different kind of result. Everybody will be affected one way or the other.
Yes.
So we really have to look at it. Something that you have your people, you have the greatest mind, your brains. That whole lot of the kids are in the community. Government have to people who parents don't have money. Currently into the communities. They I mean they're doing they are different things somewhere, but they are very good. These are people who even if government send for study, when they come back, they're going to really get a greater results from. So it's something that we have to look at. Yeah, we have to really look at it.
That's true. Because if Liberia is to compete with other nations at the international level, or to improve the life of their people, and also at the international level, Liberia need to be well educated. They need to go to good schools or better schools, learn the proper way so that they can help not only themselves but the entire citizenry. So having a system in place and is very good
Yeah,
that works for everyone based on standard. You
it's
know,
something it's something that we really have to really work on.
Eh, we get more to do. The Ministry of Education has a lot to do. So it's a collective teamwork. The Ministry of Education, the students, the parents, the teachers. It's a good teamwork. And so
Yes.
I don't know whether we are approaching, but I'm not seeing any questions yet. Nobody asking questions. Or is that like okay? Maybe you are a chemist. I I saw a video, and there's this can called JoJo. I know JoJo drinks or what. Uh, this product, energy drink, being peeled. They have another label. If you peel it, you take that plastic, you see another label, and it's being cancer. I saw a Nigerian uh, man being arrested. He imported expired beverages or energy drinks. I don't know what it was. So, did
Yeah,
you see
so
it?
yeah, I saw that, and similar thing happened during the COVID time. But let me first of all start by commending Madam Josephine Davis, and one person who is very objective about things. When somebody do the right thing, we should be able to commend them for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was something that she was smart in doing, even though it was difficult to notice. But all go back to the government again. The government has to employ the right people to do the right thing. Quality issue becomes top on the list. Consuming food that are not to be consumable by the public, aspire food. Even on the overall, we didn't even know how many of our population consume that particular energy drink. And also on the overall, we didn't even know uh, what was the content of the caffeine in a particular energy drink, because the energy drink contain caffeine. There are certain
Yeah.
level of caffeine that the energy drink need to have. So just imagine if you keep consuming an energy drink that have a high caffeine or more kind of a certain level content of energy drink. At the end of the day, your BP, your blood pressure gonna go high.
Yes.
So, like for example, yeah. So maybe the public are not getting what I'm saying, but the energy drink contain what we call caffeine. What in it? cola in a real cola. Some of
Yeah.
us who were in Guinea before, we know they use the cola to tie that close. So the cola is or die. It's not normally for eating. Normally that's the reason why you see most of the time old people blood pressure going all high because they love to eat cola. They consume eating more cola every time. Yeah. So that's the caffeine the energy drink contain, and they probably that's the kind of drinks that the Nigerian men were making. Fun. I call it fun. I'll call it
Yeah, he
killing
was
because
laughing. He said
that's
nothing will happen. He said nothing will
yeah.
come out
So
of it.
so
I saw him.
in terms of commercially he was actually wrong by re-labeling the energy drink. What was the intent? The intent was not in good faith because if you can re-label the energy drink, it means that you, I mean, you're not doing it in good faith. So even if you claim to say you're doing it in good faith, why will you re-label the energy drinks? So that alone is kind of a wrong there. So looking at the labeling, it was Aspire Goose, Aspire already. The Aspire this shows that the energy drink was Aspire. And so I think the guys at the stand-up lab, the government need to equip them because I can't blame the people at stand-up lab. The people at stand-up lab
Why?
operating. The reason I can't blame them, let me say something. Even
Yeah.
though they are the one who doing the work professionally, that they have to
Yeah.
stand their ground, I will blame them for that. They have to stand their ground. But I will blame the heirs, the people who in the top position because
We are having some.
we
Yeah.
Eric, I'll soon be finishing. I'll soon be yeah, let us come. Hello?
Yeah. Hello. I'm getting
You
you.
getting me?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So so this is something that we really have to look at, and and the public also really have to. I'm getting into Russian, sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah, so like I said, similar thing happens
Yeah.
during that was I think COVID or Ebola or something where we
Yeah.
saw people poisoning or salt, putting caustic into salt, something like that. At the end of the day, we saw government didn't do nothing to them, and so how a senior brother who was working at Steno Lab then, who said to me that particular story was something that was rare, and so with that issue of that energy drink issue is something that Josephine really did well, and I think the guys at Steno Lab need to keep keep on top of that game. Government need to invest into research because if we invest into research, the relevant equipment that's draft to research, the relevant equipment will be into the country and we'll do the relevant testing.
Yeah.
That is something that I think they have to really look
Okay.
at. Yeah.
That's very good. Thank you very much. And I don't know whether you could what could be a departing statement. You, you have anything to say to add to? We have asked you a lot of questions. We are probably going to 1 hour, which was the time set for this interview. Just a brief, short something. Do you have anything to add? Do you have anything to say that you have not, talk about? Uh, if you could summarize.
Yeah. So I first of all I enjoy all of the questions. The only thing I currently I have a whole lot of comment, a lot of suggestions to make and
Yeah,
to the public and also and also the government. One of the suggestions that before you ask a question in terms of the system, the education
yeah,
system, let me first start by saying the Ministry of Education have a very role to play in terms of oversight over schools into the country. They have a clear oversight into the school. They should be able to regulate schools in terms of fees. They should be able to regulate schools in terms of qualified teachers. They should they should also be able to regulate schools in terms of facilities. You can't be running a school where you have a one bathroom and then you charging parents to pay a huge sum of money, and then you have a one bathroom. You don't have laboratory, science laboratory. You don't have a computer lab. Something that we have to look at, and schools have to be regulated. If the schools should be brought down to kindergarten, we should. There are too many schools into the country that are not to be to senior high. The government have to look at it so that they can be able to equip, so they can be able to get a rest system. We have post names, people names on the code. We have to look at people who are unemployed, like in the counties. We have we have people into the counties that are not employed, but they're doing volunteer work. Parents PTAs are using funds to pay them, and they are not doing the work with passion. So just
Yeah.
imagine, where you're supposed to be doing work where you're supposed to be making $100 from, and then you're making, let's
Mm.
say, 2,000 at Labor Day. Your friends are making more money than you, so you not count on time to work. You can't have any time to work and
Yeah.
leave any time. So it's something that government have to look at these people, take the ghost name form on the payroll, put these people name back, be fast in employing people into the system, because these people also have family. These are people
Yeah. A
also
robust
that
system.
have family home. Yeah, these are people that have family into the system. Then two, one of the things we have to look at is that one recommendation I've made, this one party statement, is government should also look at investing into STEM education. STEM education is very important. If we invest into STEM education, we'll be able to do a lot. We will not be able to have or less amount of medical doctors into the country. We will not be able to have people crying for getting nurses. We will not be able to be crying for getting people into IT, in the field of IT. There are whole lot of people who are who are kids who are up there very brilliant that want to invest into information technology, but some of them don't have money to go to school. Government, I actually like the issue of this science and art system they brought into the school, where they actually were kind of, how you call it, they separated schools into art and science. So if you want to go to science class, you can go to science class. I actually like it, but I have some problems with it because government have to keep regulating people. Schools are not looking at the potential and the passion of their students. And so which one of the students are to go to art, and which one of the students are to go to science. They just separating people, you know. And so they have to fight to do that. Invest into STEM. A good STEM can straighten the economy. We keep getting budget short for every time. It's because our information, our science and technology system is not working. Technology have a greater role to play into our country. If we keep investing, we will not keep eating asparagus. We'll keep tracking every asparagus that come into the country. We invest into the media. By the time we invest into science and technology, the media will be robust. We'll have a very cool communication system. Somebody will not be to their house and then they call you and say, "I'm not getting you clear." We'll have a
Mm.
cool electricity system, because that science and technology, every time current going off, coming on into the country, the LEC is not stable. So these are some of the recommendations I have to the government.
Yeah. Okay.
Another recommendation that government should also have to invest in
Yeah.
is the issue of us as people, and we as a people, as a Liberian, need to have a better education system. We should also help government to also keep an eye on our system, our children. We can't say because I'm not a teacher, so if a child is going astray into the community, we should lead the child to do anything anyhow. The government is not in the community. Government
No.
is in our offices. They have people on the field, but the people are not many. So we also
Yeah.
have to behave, keep working on some of this. In the government need to work on it. The the the,
That's true.
the government is kind of a trying though, but they have to do more. The Minister Ansu Soni have to do more. You know, I hear him complaining, shaving, complaining, but you can be the boss and keep complaining. I think the people should also to say complain about you say Beneha. I think people complain about you too, but you complaining. Other people say the people have to hear. You can get child in the home, and then and then you tell them, you say, Charlie, that boy again, there's no me. I say, don't buy, he can pass there. And you say, so it's something that we have to look at. So people, yeah, and so
Yes.
yeah, it's something that yeah we have to look at. So it was nice being on a platform, and I know that will keep coming on. And I know
Yeah.
I like the discussion because I'm an educator and discussion around educational, it was educational matter. Even though I keep
Yeah.
advocating for STEM, but it's STEM education, and I
Yeah.
know subsequent time I'll be coming on sometime to talk about STEM, to talk about climate change. Quite recently, the government, there's a huge dedication from the government. I went to see the COP26 in Glasgow. I would
Oh,
also like to talk
yeah.
about that. Also, it's something
Oh,
that
that's good.
we have to talk about. We have to discuss that the government, how well the government is working towards that COP26, and so so I'm happy to be your guest, and I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Thank
something I
you.
appreciate so much. Yeah,
Yes,
thank you very much.
also me, I'm very happy to have you here that you accepted the invitation and came and for you was able to give us clarity, informations about things that a lot of things that I never even knew that was taking place there. Very, very happy, and you are welcome again at any time to this platform if you wish or want to. And maybe you could even be one of the co-hosts on the platform when we have guests.
We
You said, you know,
yeah, sure.
if
I
you,
will
if
appreciate.
you,
I will appreciate. I will appreciate that.
uh, because
Yeah, I will also appreciate that.
that's good. But so thank you very much now, and thank you for the informations. And I hope that those responsible, the government, the parents, and NGOs, can come to the aid of the schools or the students and the people there so that we can achieve this dream of taking Liberia to the next level, to a higher height, wherein our students will get the education that they need and be well equipped to meet the challenges uh, within the country and at the global level at last. You know, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
It was
Yeah,
nice being here.
yeah, me too. Thank you. That was Mohammed Konneh, who came, who was our guest today, and spoke on a large range of issues, and so thank you for watching. Share this video, and share it with your friends. Like, make a comment if you wish, what you like about it, what you did not like, or if you have anything, or do you want for us to talk about a topic that you're interested in, you are welcome. Until then, on Monday, we are going to, be talking about health. Uh, so why we are the way we are is the topic on Monday. Uh, Tuesday there will be a guest if the guest comes or shows up. There will be a flyer on Sunday evening telling us what will be taking place. Wednesday there are things that need to be changed is the topic on Wednesday. Thursday there will be a guest face to face with FF, that's me. And Friday, we will have what we call the G Talk, the talking birds. The birds in the tree, pepper birds, when they are talking, those they are giving a message to the people in town. I will be interpreting some of those messages. I can understand when the bird speaks. I can tell you what the bird is saying. So meet us on Friday for the G Talk, the Pepper Birds. So until then, have a nice day and thanks for watching. Bye.